go live.
Go.
YouTube has made it difficult to stream to lately.
Go Power Rangers.
Go Power Ranger. Oh, I realized last week that if you count loose and carded, I actually did complete Rescue Force. But
yeah,
I don't.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you have 3 of them carded, right? I think
And
you're just missing.
I was
just
missing the Dune Buggy. No, I mean I was missing the tank.
The Kill Bison.
Kill Bison.
Carded,
Yeah. But I have that loose, so I actually have them all.
Rescue Bison.
Rescue Bison, yeah.
Save the Bison.
Oh, let's see if that T-Rex is available yet. Yeah.
So, Matt, did you get your MP Starscream yet?
No.
Diecast got his. John got his, but he's not going to be here.
It's really nice.
Yes, I've seen everybody's Twitter feeds.
Is it really nice? I was hearing the opposite.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But I was hearing people comment on the photos, not necessarily people who have it.
I think it was Triplet who said he transformed from vehicle to robot, watching a video, and it took 20 minutes.
Wait, Triplet
transforming it from robot back to alt mode took 40 minutes.
I don't know that Triplet would get it. I think he's done with Masterpiece. I think it's somebody else.
I think it was somebody else. Maybe it was Wheeljack 64.
It probably Wheeljack 64. He is Triplet. The one time Triplet got Froggy and bought a Masterpiece when he probably should have waited for an opinion was MPO9.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So he got that, but he didn't get Cloud Rodimus.
No, he didn't.
That would explain why he never bought Masterpiece again, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have either.
Sadly, I'm actually looking to replace my MPO9.
So
they reissued it.
Yeah, some people say that the reissue actually doesn't suffer all the problems that the original did, so that might not be such a bad thing to go for. Sadly, I'm pretty sure the eHobby Black Masterpiece Rodimus suffered the problems
and
that
I forgot that existed.
It did. I've seen replacement kits for the pretty one as well.
Yeah.
Replacement knees.
Yeah.
Ooh, Rustic Cross said it's awesome. Okay. I want a heart. Have you
transformed it yet, Diecast?
What's that?
Have you transformed it yet?
No.
God.
What is it? Oh, Starscream?
He's got Starscream.
Brian, did you get it?
I did not pre-order it from Amazon Japan.
Are you kidding me? You always do.
Okay, I think what happened, if I remember right, I canceled. I'm like, damn it, do I want this? And I canceled the pre-order. Then I thought, yeah, actually I do. So I re-pre-ordered it from some other location, which I think was Pulse. And I will never get it.
It's funny because GameStop just sent me a question if I could review Thundercracker. And I was like, I didn't get Thundercracker yet.
It's not out yet.
Yeah, how do you expect me to review this? So I actually put that in the comment. Like, I don't understand why you're sending me this to review when I don't even have the product yet. And then I got an email saying that my comment was denied for the website.
Yeah.
But they appreciate my my comment. Which
Matt,
they probably don't.
Did you get tracks?
Yeah.
You were
did?
asking Matt, right?
Holy crap.
Yeah, I have Trax, Road Rage, and Loud Pedal.
Oh, Masterpiece.
No, not Masterpiece, the Kingdom one.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's another thing I won't be mad at you about.
I got all the other deluxes for Kingdom except for Trax.
Yeah, so my Wingfinger is here. Scorponok shipped today and will be here Friday. Trax is still TBD.
I can't even remember where I ordered Trax from. That one might have been Pulse. So I will probably see that one like December sometime.
Okay. I mean, if my GameStop pre-order comes in on the schedule they currently have it on, I will have it, early July. But the Amazon one is still out in the weeds.
Yeah, I
I
think
was so mad because my Titan Arc I ordered from GameStop because that said July, and they seemed to get theirs early. So I was like, "Oh, pre-order it," and I think now since then they changed it to September.
Well, yeah, because
I
I
think my
ordered.
Arc and Rodimus are both coming from Big Bad.
Yeah, because I ordered. I put a pre-order for Trax and another Wing Finger at GameStop because they were supposed to ship on like June 18th. But then the 15th or 16th rolled around, and then they pushed the dates back into July. So I'm not like super confident that Trax is going to ship from them in another like week or 10 days. But we'll see. If Amazon can get that dispatched first, then I'll just go cancel the GameStop order wholesale. If not, probably have a second Wing Finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me. I got to make sure I don't have another Kingdom Galvatron pre-ordered from somewhere.
I can't. Yeah, I had to go in and cancel stuff.
I've got to send one back to Amazon. I let that pre-order go through just in case it was a properly assembled shoulders one, but it wasn't.
Yeah, Amazon. I got mine from Amazon, and it wasn't properly assembled either.
Yeah. But that's fine. Returning to Amazon is very easy.
Yeah.
How was the beach, Dawn? You're still
Don
muted.
knows. Yeah. No, you're software muted, Don.
Wingfinger
Yeah.
is absolutely the shittiest, the worst figure in package.
That's great, Diecast. But we're asking Don about the beach right now.
Okay, how's the beach?
Oh,
I was
the
waiting for his
beach.
audio to come back.
Yeah. I mean, having went to Wilmington for 2 years to finish up my schooling, the beach really became a non-thing for me because I couldn't go fish. So why go? Because laying on the beach in the sun is like, just it was never a thing for me. But this time I really enjoyed it. We had low to mid 80s the 4 days we were there. We had some really nice nights that were breezy, but not like, super gusty that we couldn't sit on the balcony. We had some great seafood at Captain George's, if anyone's familiar with that restaurant in the area.
Never heard of
Great. It's a nice all-you-can-eat seafood place. It's pricey, but, I mean, they've got crab legs, flounder, all the basics, steak, just a really great selection. Of course, you all saw the picture from Toy Meister Toys that I posted. I sent Brian a couple links on a few of the things I saw.
You have
And
something
if
very
we
important to talk about tonight, it looks like.
Well, I have
wait,
something
wait.
even more.
I don't think
I have something.
Sorry.
Right. I have something even more important to talk about than that, but that's very important.
Is it a toy?
So,
Is it the announcement of Don Jr.?
no, Don Jr. can't happen.
You have a second fiance?
No, I'm just.
There's
I'll
a joke
take.
I can make, but I just don't want to.
So Don,
Yeah,
is it
I'll
something?
ta-
Is it something that? Is it something? Is it a toy? Because if it's not a toy, then there's nothing more important than what you got.
Yes,
Oh, it is a toy.
it is. It
Oh.
is. Trust
Oh,
me.
shoot.
Trust me, it is.
That's probably some crappy third party that only Diecast cares about.
Hey.
No, it's
Well, no, it's
not.
possible Diecast won't even care about it.
Like
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but Donna's like all excited about like his like third party thing, and I'm like, oh, it's some.
Well,
Fans
I'm
Toys
sorry.
thing.
It was Fans Toys. The red version of Snarl.
No, that was
Plus,
cool.
I got the clear.
But the tank
And then
engine.
I got the clear version of Phoenix, which I'm really proud of having. This really gorgeous figure. But no, this is pretty important. But
Don,
no,
is it better?
That Toy Meister
Oh.
place.
It's Don delayed.
No, I'm not delayed. I'm just trying to get a word in edgewise.
What?
I mean,
Don?
the
What? Sorry.
No, something's going on.
No, I don't think he's delayed. Actually, I think his timing is good. I think he's good. We'll shut up.
but I mean, this place is absolutely phenomenal. I was overwhelmed when I walked in because it's the entire upper floor of it's an indoor flea market where everybody has the lower levels all rented booths, but the upper level is absolutely, I mean, imagine the basement of the Chicago TF when we were there, Rob was there. Everybody was there. Just imagine that kind of size, and then like bigger with nothing but toys. Their GI Joe wall had stuff reaching, I don't know, 50, 75 feet of just GI Joes. Tons of Marvel Legends. The Transformers had like 4 display cases and like 6 bookshelves in various conditions. Saw a T-Rex, original T-Rex. He was missing a missile. He was only $45, but one of the arms was not quite.
I think about
there,
T-Rex
and I
last
was a
year
little like
sealed for $45.
right. But I mean, they had some carded Beast Wars stuff. They didn't have a man. I was looking for a Man-Terror. They didn't have one. They had carded Beast Wars, Beast Machines. I sent you the picture, Brian. The Japanese G2 Laser Optimus, a boxed Armada Jetfire, the Power Links version of Jetfire. Just so much cool stuff. I mean, I literally, if we had been up there for a week, one day I would have gone up there and just when they opened up and gone row by row by row, looking at every single shelf. They had one.
No, go ahead.
They had one octagonal display China cabinet, nothing but GoBots and related stuff.
Nice.
I even saw one. I even saw a.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were done.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say the Laser Prime was the encore. Otherwise, I would have been more excited about it.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't know the packaging difference, but I just saw
the date. The date is what clued me in. It was 2006.
Okay, yeah. Just they had so much Ultraman, Godzilla, Power Rangers. Chris, you and Matt would have, and probably Rob would have loved it. But they did not have a titanium morpher. I went through the entire case looking for a titanium morpher. I found the Lightspeed Rescue morpher. I still don't have a titanium morpher.
Oh.
But they got that. Brian, you would have loved it because they had just so much that weird stuff that you like the Evel Knievel crank bicycle new in the box.
That's funny.
And
it's camp.
It's camp. But I mean, just
the ludicrously tragic.
The
tragically ludicrous. Sorry.
I guess you could say it was ironic.
Kevin, I think that's the place that Kevin has been trying to get me to go up there with him. Yeah, to see.
Oh yeah. Now that's one thing that my fiance wanted us to do was maybe arrange a toy. There's several places up there. I found another place called Yesteryear Toys. It was smaller. They had just sold their Rhinox like the day before. They had a couple of Rhinoxes at like $1 above retail, and they had sold all their Rhinoxes. There's a lot of collectors places up there that would be an absolutely incredible toy crawl.
We should, I should go. That's next time I go. Next time I have to. Next time I go to work. That sounds horrible. Next time I go to work. Next time I drive to the office, which is about an hour from there, I should divert and go. But just timing doesn't work.
Yeah, I even posted the pictures. They had both versions of Megabolt Megatron, the original KB purple, and then the other one as well, which I hadn't seen. I haven't seen either one of those on cards since BotCon.
Triplet's in the chat right now. He missed us talking about him earlier.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, I love that episode of The Simpsons.
Friday the 13th to play.
I don't know. Yeah,
but it's Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
but he usually always plays Friday the 13th on Wednesdays.
He does.
So Don, I was going to ask you the Clear Phoenix. Is that better in person than photos?
I mean, hang on.
And it just shatters. Dust in the wind. All they are is dust in the wind.
I mean, it seems nice. There's some angles where it looks amazing, and then there's other angles where I'm not sure of it. You put your extra thruster in?
No, I got that last week when I got Poison and Straxus, but because he
pigeons?
sent it. Yeah. We talked about it last week. The
Yeah.
triple changer. But yeah,
He was making
but I
bad
didn't.
jokes,
Yeah, I know. I was ignoring him.
Don.
But yeah, I got that part last week, and I just have not had a chance to do anything with going to the beach, coming back, and working the last few days.
Life's a beach.
Yeah, that should be on a T-shirt or something.
It is.
Yeah,
sure.
We found a local pizza place with a really great buffalo chicken pizza. Went to Ben and Jerry's and got ice cream.
It's like a buffet.
No, actually, no. It's Planet Pizza. It was a local place little from the hotel, and we went to Ben and Jerry's, and coupon we saved like $8 in the beach little brochure you get. We walked on the beach. We were actually going to go parasailing, but then we saw the prices, and it's like maybe next time.
Don's like, that's a Titan figure right there.
No. It was like, I mean, the cost outside, it was like $85 to go parasailing. It was for an hour, and that was it. And it was like, yeah, how much of that hour is your prep time?
I mean, if it was an hour, $85 for an hour of parasailing is probably not that bad. Is that like a rip or something? That seems like a deal. You're using their equipment.
Well,
and everything.
that was only. But that was only for like the 9 a.m. thing. Everything else was like call for prices.
So you got it cheap.
Yeah, but we stayed. It was an all-suite hotel. Every room was ocean view because all the balconies were facing out towards the ocean. Just
wasn't a Motel 6.
It's Motel 7, which is actually worse than the 6.
No, I actually this hotel cost me 3 Phoenixes.
Ooh, jeez.
Did your fiance cry herself to sleep like Kim did when the last time you and I shared a hotel room?
Brian, I'm sorry. That was an error on my part.
Dude, it was an error on my part. That was a judgment failing on my part.
She was next to Don. Of course she
No, she was next to me.
Sleep.
But she it's just the
No, I mean Don's fiance.
Oh yeah. Of course she felt safe. Yeah, that motel that we spent the night in, it was like missing like safety features and such. Like the wiring to the fire alarm was cut.
Well, the safety feature is the guy in the next room has a gun that's fully loaded.
Okay. Man, this could be a weird episode. The news that popped up tonight.
Uh-huh.
Sadly,
so
I like it.
Okay.
If I get a phone call, I might have to mute and take it just because my wife took my stepson to the hospital. So.
Oh no!
Oh, hope everything's okay.
There's nothing I can do. It's not even like I can go with them because of COVID. I think COVID restrictions are still kind of on.
It's like just one person with the patient, and that's it.
Yep. So
when my 4-year-old was in the hospital earlier this year, only Kim could be there with her. It sucked.
I mean, your stepson's like 18 almost now.
Yeah, he's 18. Yep.
So like I remember being 18 and like I didn't really care which parent went with when I had to, go to the emergency room for whatever. So like I don't think he's personally offended by Diecast not being there.
He's got like 104 fever, so he's probably half delirious anyway.
Oh crap.
Yeah. So, or actually, I'm sorry. She said they got it down to 102.9. So
it's progress.
Wait, it was up to what?
104.
I thought as an adult that would like kill you.
Only over an extended period.
Wow.
I heard 107 is like the
holy crap.
The like.
Do not take medical advice from RFC.
Yeah.
No, I mean like
We are not
106, 106, 107. If you hit that, like bad brain damage is going to happen pretty quick. 104 over an extended period of time is also bad in a cumulative sense.
Yeah, I hit 103 as an adult, and I was like laying like kind of delirious.
Yeah, that's very normal for those numbers.
So
Carl is saying that 107 is getting ice bath territory. Man, that's like how it feels in the basement right now. I don't care. I would be in an ice bath if I could. There's no
your
AC down here.
basement- Wow, it looks like my basement.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I'm taking tomorrow off so I can work down here and try to do some straightening up.
I will be back in a minute.
Sure.
I'm taking Friday off. That way I have a 4-day weekend.
Oh, have they caught the cobra yet? Nope. There's a cobra loose in Raleigh.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw Scotty's tweet about that.
That's funny. Oh, well, I didn't see the Scotty, but he lives in Raleigh. I'm sure he's having some interesting stuff in the news.
That happens like every couple years. I think we had one around here that was loose like a year or two ago. I don't know. It was definitely some sort of snake that shouldn't have been here. I don't know if it was specifically a cobra or not. But it was enough that it made the news. Has anyone gotten an ARC in the US yet from any?
I've not come across anyone who has received one.
I keep seeing pictures of the ARC in Twitter when I randomly look at it, but I don't know like if they're overseas or not.
Or if it's not reputable.
Yeah, exactly. Like I didn't see any of Don's posts. I didn't know he was down the shore or anything like that. I missed everything. And he's frozen.
Where is he? Hey, Don.
No, there he is.
You're going to recognize something that I got this week. And it's the silliest thing I've ever purchased.
Ooh.
But hopefully you'll understand why I did it.
Is it silly or is it like price silly?
It's silly that I bought it for the reason that I bought it.
It's not priced silly.
Well,
it's not.
We'll see when we get there.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta, ask some questions. This is pre-show. We can,
No, you don't.
Jack is barking like a madman upstairs. I don't know why.
He wants to come in the basement. He's like, let me down.
Probably
let me down. So I did buy I bought my TFCon ticket.
Cool.
It's nice to see everything starting to open back up.
Mm-hmm.
Mildly concerning, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean's like, don't forget the box. And the box is first thing I'm opening. I have a box.
Oh, what kind of box? What's
From
in the
Sean.
box?
I don't know.
Oh, I know.
I'm trying not to show what's like, but it's completely unopened. I have no idea what's in it. We'll find out on the show.
I know what's in it.
Okay. Don't tell me.
Oh, Matt, since this is pre-show, we can talk about Power Rangers.
Well, yes, we can.
We have 1 minute.
Yes, did you? Yeah.
I did not pre-order any of the Super 7 stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, what did you think of those just in general?
Super 7 what? Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just went up for pre-order
Are
today.
they Ultimates or are they like the...
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Tyrannosaurus Dinozord, green and yellow Rangers, Goldar, and a Putty Patrol.
So does that mean that, Hasbro has just washed their hands of any type of like super premium scale figure then?
For right now.
I mean, well, we talked about this before, and we talked about maybe having a Sedan deal talking about this. As far as they're giving license for for what they're doing, the Super 7, the price points are different, but they're doing the same basic thing at an outside company. So it's like,
it's like a good notch or two above like the
I know.
collection.
Yeah, it's just Oh, I agree. It's just generally you don't see
they're Super
stuff.
7, so they're $50 figures.
Yeah,
right. I mean, I totally understand. I'm just
saying. Go ahead, Don.
No, go ahead, Go ahead, I guess.
Oh, I was just gonna say I bought the Super 7 Voltron, and that was
I didn't know they made
I
one.
never wanted to buy another Super 7 again.
It's just generally you don't see stuff. You don't see stuff this relatively close in price point if they're doing a higher end collectible. It's like doing a Mezco 1/6 or a Hot Toys versus a Marvel Legend. There's usually a much greater gap between a basic level figure and a higher end figure.
So,
not something going from $20 to $50. That's not much of a difference,
price, though.
Yeah,
it is. But I'm just saying, in general, we usually haven't seen this kind of difference between Red Optimus and Super 7 Optimus. Yeah, it's triple the price. I understand that, but I'm also saying is normally in the past we haven't seen stuff that relatively close, because you would usually see Red Optimus and maybe a collector's version. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying it's weird that they're farming out these nicer toys to a licensing company and still doing the other one. It just strikes me as really odd.
Two notes. One,
I just think they like money.
It's Showtime.
They don't want to leave money on the table.
That's right. It's free money. Licensed stuff is free money. Two things. One, since it seems like we're having, I don't know, lag or what, but if somebody says go ahead, let's not the next person say you go ahead, like during the podcast. Somebody says go ahead, just go ahead. It's just easier to listen to. Somebody saying go ahead, and then somebody going ahead instead of go, you go ahead. No, you go ahead. Please, after you. No, please, I insist. No, please. Sir, I insist you go first. And two,
I'm sorry for being polite.
It was actually Don and Diecast. You weren't polite, Matt. Don't worry. I'm kidding.
I rarely am.
You're a gentleman and a scholar. And two, I don't know if we need to make a lot of hay about it, but it is the JD anniversary episode. I think I've been thinking about it a lot, and I don't have a great angle. I think we mention it, and we then sort of move on. We maybe can make some jokes here and there, but I didn't have a good angle to approach it with. Unfortunately,
that's pretty much how we've done.
Yeah,
the past
I wanted to do
years.
something
just
more.
Kind of pay our respects early on, and then carry on as normal.
Yeah, I wanted to do more, but it just I don't know. I just can't think of a way of doing more.
What would you do for JD? I mean, what could you do that you could pair?
Nachos with sour cream.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's do that. Okay, starting the recording. Spot 1, spot 2, and we are recording 3, 2, 1. This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 733. I am Brian Kilby. It's the end of June, which means it's the JD Church Memorial Spectacular Appreciation episode. We've been doing this for years, ever since JD passed in 2014, and it never feels sufficient. But I think we honor JD by continuing to do this, even sometimes when it's hard. Just for people who don't know, JD Church is a friend of ours. He was on Radio Free Cybertron years ago, like back in the original days, occasionally on a few episodes. I think most people know, but like RFC was very inconsistently published for about 6 years. I think we had one whole year when we didn't have even one episode recorded and posted. So JD back in 2009, he's like, "Hey Brian, I hadn't talked to him in forever. I want to be a podcaster. You need to start doing RFC on a regular basis again." And he actually talked me into it, and here we are. This is 11 years later. And
JD was something of a force of personality. He was good at just getting on you about something until you gave in. So it was fun for me to frustrate him by being like, "Yeah, no."
JD challenged me in a lot of ways that I appreciated. He opened my eyes to a lot of things, and he also made me realize that I couldn't trust him in a lot of ways because he was kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But
I missed the JD episodes of RFC.
like, I love JD. I seriously, like, he was family. We're family. But like, JD was especially, he was kind of bonkers sometimes, and it was awesome. It was really awesome. I can't really get into a lot of that. A lot of it involved, things that we can't talk about. But he was an interesting person, and it's really a shame that he passed away all too soon. But we honor him here on the anniversary of our return to regular posting, which was the end of June in 2009, right around Revenge of the Fallen. And horrible timing.
Yeah.
I guess it was good timing, but we miss JD. We want to honor him in doing what we do, and not try to, do it when he passed, because that's not fair. Wonderful human. We all miss him. So, but with me, you heard Chris, Matt, Diecast here, Rob, and Don, who was not around. Don, were you ever on? Yeah, you were on JD episodes back in the day.
Yeah. I was on. You invited me on right
John's
after my
apartment.
mom passed away. Yeah, right after it was. I was on Superhero Time right after Mom passed away in 2012, early 2013, and then I joined up with you in John's apartment, his spacious apartment he had, and the rest is history.
Yeah, I only got to be on a couple of episodes with JD. Sadly, I never got to meet him in person. I consider that a tragedy.
It's funny. I didn't remember the first time I met him. I have a photograph of me and him, and I just totally didn't. I think that pissed him off that I just didn't remember it. But there was a photo to prove that it happened the first time. But getting to spend Chris and I going to pick him up at his home back in 2012. Driving.
He made breakfast for us.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Driving straight to his house from North Carolina to Oklahoma City in one sitting. That was painful.
I think it was probably worse though, driving from his house straight back to North Carolina.
I literally hallucinated. It was crazy. Yeah, it's not even.
I'm so sorry I was not able to talk you into taking an extra day and stopping for the night.
I should have slept. In
hindsight, no, I should have talked you into harder stopping somewhere in Tennessee for the night, because you still had another 8 hours.
In the moment, I sincerely thought my car was covered in millions of spiders. I'm not that sounds funny. It sounds crazy. Obviously, my car isn't covered in millions of spiders. But I swear, I thought that as I drove under that tree, that millions of spiders descended upon me, and it scared the crap out of me. Oh yeah. So now, obviously, it's that's craziness, but at the time, it felt real. So if you think that something crazy is happening, get out of your car, and make sure, maybe take a nap,
or pull over and take a nap, one or the other.
Should have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So. This is kind of going to be a crazy episode because lots of news hit this week, and I actually want to start off with the most recent one. I had never heard of J Balvin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly before, but apparently he is a musician of sorts. And there's another Transformers collaboration. This is, I guess, most similar to the Linkin Park, which is a Hasbro collaboration. There's also the Bump of Chicken that Takara did.
Oh my goodness, it's going to be on the network.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much of that is going to be on the network as an exclusive. I didn't go in and read the network posting. But,
oh my goodness.
So
given that all the promotional photos say network in them, I'm kind of guessing that this is going to be totally exclusive to them. And thus I have not even going to attempt.
So there was the was it Super 7 or just a regular reaction figure, a Soundwave with special branded packaging like this that was a network exclusive thing.
Yeah, that wasn't the Lincoln Park one. That was maybe it was the Lincoln Park one.
I think it was originally gonna be like an LL Cool J thing, and then
Oh, that's
it ended up
right.
not being.
Yeah, that's right.
The
Yeah.
point I was intending to reach with bringing that up was like this kind of thing seems exactly in the wheelhouse they've established for network, which is like limited interest / appeal crossover redeco stuff that most of us don't care that we're not going to be able to buy.
Yeah, it's network is the worst purchasing experience I've ever had, and that's not hyperbole. I can be prone to hyperbole at some point. Network is the worst experience that I've ever gone through.
Yeah, it.
After you, Don.
Thank you. It's basically Matty Collector, Blue Screen of Death, Digital River, all wrapped up in a nice little package, and then shoved into early Hasbro toy shop with Nemesis Prime, all mixed together.
Yeah, I can't
They
even
have
say it's the
Turtle
worst purchasing
Ultimates.
experience I had because I never even got close to purchasing anything through network.
Ant pointed out it was Def Jam Soundwave.
Right.
Yeah.
Which he picked
yeah.
up. Yeah. Man, I don't know that I want to risk it. Let's see here. When does this actually go up for sale?
I don't know, but I'm on the site right now, and they have like Turtle Ultimates on there from Super 7. They have a Grateful Dead reaction figure. They have a whole bunch of stuff on there. I'm surprised.
On network?
Yeah.
Okay, network live video shopping.
I
God,
just hate every part of what you just said.
Yeah. But my wife absolutely loves buying things off Facebook live streams. I don't know what it is that make people want to do that, but the idea just sounds
Does
horrible.
she have childhood nostalgia of the Home Shopping Network?
I don't know.
That's what this really sounds like, except, out of somebody's living room instead of a, kind of chintzy studio.
I really want this. I really hope we're going to be able to get it.
So it's hideous, and I love it.
I know.
On
It's
Twitter,
absolutely stupid.
I thought this was somebody's like fever dream kit or digibash.
it looks like a horrible knockoff, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
It's a
What's interesting about this, it seems to come with one of Commander class Jetfire's rifles and one of the Jetfire blast effects.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Should those be compatible?
5mm.
So
Yeah.
Soundwave was originally 5mm. I honestly, okay. That popped up on question that popped up to me on Twitter. I'm like, I honestly don't remember. I
wouldn't call it a standard back then, but 5mm goes back to literally the very origins of Transformers.
So, God, do I install this app? I'm pretty sure I left a horribly negative review on it.
Oh, I know I did. I left them an absolutely scathing review, and it was not a polite letter.
Don, you're supposed to write a polite letter.
Oh, I think I actually sent them an email telling them to close my account. I was so pissed off about it. If I remember right.
Well, it makes like a smiley face when it's in cassette or tape player mode or whatever you're gonna call it, boombox mode. It looks cool. It's so left field. I love it.
Oh God, network is in my autocorrect in my on my
no.
phone keyboard. That's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I want to point out a couple months ago we'd heard something called Project Jam among all the collaborative stuff that was kind of leaking through various sources, and what it was described as at the time was some sound wave linked to some band to be named later or whatever. This is Project Jam.
Oh, nice.
So at the time we were speculating like it might be like Titan's Return, Soundwave, or Blaster because they're the same mold, and that has the base mode that you could call like a stage, etc. We were kind of brainstorming on different toys, but no, it's just Project Jam is this yellow smiley face G1 Soundwave with stripes and something else.
It's hideous and wonderful.
Yes.
It's
pretty
hideous and
wonderful.
wonderful, and you don't ever have to worry about owning it because you won't be able to.
They
Because
made
it's on the
5 of
network.
them probably.
Yeah, like I said, this goes with what was it, Def Jam Reaction Soundwave or whatever that was. Like, it's an interesting thing from the licensing perspective, I guess, but like most people are not going to really be that interested in it or care that they can't have it. So low quantity for this doesn't seem like a big problem.
So
I love that it has blast effects, and I'm thinking about the Walmart Soundwave reissue. That was what, like $40?
it looks like I could buy the Ninja Turtle Ultimates right there from the site, like not as like a special drop. It looks like they're just available for
There.
sale
Yeah.
at retail.
I think Soundwave might have actually been 50.
Yeah, so if it's 50, this has 2 tapes, blast effects, and a new gun. I don't know what that gun's from. I've never
I think
seen
it's from
it.
Commander Class Jetfire.
Okay. So I gotta guess this thing's gonna be like at least
80.
Yeah, I was gonna say 60, maybe but yeah, 80 would not shock me.
Especially if it is low production run, like we assume a lot of this network stuff ends up being. That would drive the price point up more, even though it's, all existing mold elements and they just have to kind of mix and match what parts they're doing. But, the active production still has a certain cost associated with it beyond the materials.
There's some crazy crap on this. It's like a garbage version of Etsy. A lot of this stuff looks like.
So John, who is not here with us this week, he's in our Discord right now, tfradio.net/Discord, and he's saying it should be at least $100. It needs to be expensive. That's part of the draw.
Oh, the exclusivity.
Stop it
is the
with your
point.
marketing stuff, John.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear. I at $100, I might have to think twice.
No, I think he's right. I think the exclusivity is the point. It is supposed to be hard to come by.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks.
Okay, so while we're on this track of subject here, there's other collaborative stuff that we've heard about that doesn't really have like official releases or reveals yet, but the Project Bat that came up via Amazon Australia a little while back, we have a name for that now. That's Universal Monsters Collaborative Draculus. Yeah, we actually got some of the product copy for that dug up today too, which gave us a little bit of detail about that. So it's going to be Dracula-inspired robot mode, colored like a black and white movie. So it's going to be in just shades of gray instead of being.
This
like,
has a Ninja
actual...
Turtles feel to it.
And the packaging is supposed to be styled like a VHS cover.
Yeah, but you can't play the cassette.
No, I mean, I assume it's not going to be like, that size anyway. It's just going to look like that. Because if it's that size, that's going to be pretty small.
It's in the product copy, non-playable.
Yeah, no, I saw that. Some people are speculating this might mean it's like a Mind Wipe retool, which I suppose is possible. We don't know any kind of price point for this, I don't think. I don't remember if the original Amazon Australia listing had a price attached to it.
I don't remember seeing it.
It might have. But like I'd be more inclined to think that this is going to be something mostly new design with just like some kind of common engineering from something before. I don't think it's going to be a gigawatt where you can look at it and be like, okay, it's half of this toy's parts with a new shell around it. It's going to be something a little bit beyond that.
Well, Chris, I was looking at the product copy briefly before the show, and it said that it came with some kind of claw shield, which is what Mind Wipe did come with because it had the claws on the end of the shield.
Well, that might be a nail in that coffin, so to speak. I figured Don would appreciate that. But yeah, it does turn into a bat, so that's more Mind Wipe suggestibility here. actually looking for that myself now. I don't remember where I ended up seeing that originally. My luck, it was probably just like pasted on Twitter somewhere, and I'll never find it again. Okay, so besides that,
It's not like they've just recently rerun that Mind Wipe mold either.
right. Of course, I mean, recently rerun doesn't even seem to be that much of a prerequisite for a lot of this stuff anyway. So there's also product copy for an Amazon Prime Optimus Prime, which is an Amazon
Yes.
Prime truck.
I'm so excited about this. I know I shouldn't be, but I'm so excited about this.
Like, yeah, a lot of people actually seem to be kind of mad about this.
That's exactly where I was going. The takes are
Really?
this sounds awesome, or this is horrible. I actually like it. I think it's silly.
I'm interested enough based on that. It sounds like it's the Earthrise Optimus, which makes sense. But it's been retooled so that the truck mode is a Volvo, which is the semi-cab manufacturer that Amazon uses. And Volvo does have a model of cab over engine that they use for their Amazon fleet. So
I mean, I
this
would love
work.
to see that Earthrise Optimus Prime at make it an Amazon Prime, make it a Pepsi Prime. I just want more of that mold.
Yeah,
with
Pepsi Prime would be great.
Yeah, that'd be.
I would absolutely buy Pepsi Prime.
I'll probably buy the Amazon Prime too, unfortunately.
Yeah. I've been looking for this for a while, so I'm really excited. So, yeah. But it still hasn't shown up. I expected to see that on Prime Day.
And like, I feel like that probably was the plan at one point, and all the current difficulties with moving cargo out of China probably screwed up their schedule.
And Prime Day was early this year, if I remember.
Yeah, usually
correctly.
it's like early July, isn't it? And it was like mid-June this year.
That sounds right, yeah.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if, in a month or, 6 weeks, give or take, we probably will see this turn up, and it'll just kind of be a little bit more of a fizzle than it would have been if it was a, funny Prime Day thing.
Well, then maybe they're gonna work it in now to like a Transformer Tuesday or something to that effect.
But yeah, something.
The big reveal, though, this week happened Tuesday, and it was T-Rex was announced by Target and Hasbro. No,
It was.
No, I don't think it was.
no, they haven't yet to announce T-Rex at all. Period.
I mean, so
in the U.S.
Earthrise Blue Streak, if you go strictly by what Hasbro acknowledges to exist, Earthrise Blue Streak doesn't actually exist because they've never announced or acknowledged that toy exists or has been released anywhere.
Yeah.
So technically, when we have conversations with Hasbro reps, technically we can't talk to them about that because it hasn't been officially revealed by Hasbro.
That's sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Jurassic Park. And what was the code name? Was it Park?
Yeah, Project Park.
Project Park, yeah. Honestly, it's kind of interesting because people first immediately thought, Megatron. Well, they'll just retool that or repaint that. Then it's recently with a new announcement. It's like, it'll probably be a Ford, and it'll be a vehicle. Well, surprise, it's both.
I mean, some of us who follow the Inside Info track already knew it was going to be a multi-pack, but yeah.
I don't, because I don't want to know.
I actually guessed when I saw you post about the Jurassic Park thing. I didn't read the article or anything. I was like, I was expecting, Megatron repainted, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool if they threw like a Jeep in there? I was thinking like Siege Hound, and repainted it because there were Jeeps in the movie. I thought maybe I was mistaken and it wasn't, a Ford Explorer. But then someone's like, "Oh yeah, well Ford's in the article." I'm like, I guess I should have read the article before I, So I was on the right track with this.
Okay, so in Jurassic Park, the Ford Explorers were the public tour vehicles. So when the park would have theoretically opened to general visitors, They would have been on the on-rails Ford Explorers with all the park deco on them. But they also did have Jeeps that the park staff used to get around out into the field and enclosures.
Oh, okay.
And those had like light gray or beige coloring primarily, if I remember right. So there were Jeeps in Jurassic Park, but like the more iconic visual is the T-Rex escape scene with the Explorers.
Yeah, doesn't this? I'm looking at the head on the dinosaur. And it looks very Grimlocky to me.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Age of Extinction Grimlock.
I mean, I would say it's more like a G1 inspired origin point, and then given a more like organic twist to it, like kind of what you would expect a Beast Wars Grimlock would have looked like if it wasn't at the time just a straight redeco of the Dinobot mold.
Yes,
it's a really cool looking head sculpt, and like so the dinosaur deco on Tyrannicon Rex is really nicely done. But I really like the color scheme for the robot mode parts with the red and black, which is the marketing colors for the original Jurassic Park movie. Like that's really good with the browns and tans of the dinosaur hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more slug than with the visor, is what I'm thinking.
Well, I mean, if you're determined to look at it from a movie design perspective, we're talking like G1.
Yeah, I just immediately saw it, and to me it looked like AOE sort of.
Yeah, no.
Design.
So yeah, movie slag would be closer in that vein, but like this looks like a Beast Warsified G1 Grimlock head to me, and I think to diecast also. So the big thing here though is the Ford Explorer JP93.
JP01FB.
So if you look at previous crossover vehicle form Transformers, with the exception of Maverick, all of them can be traced back to some prior engineering or some shared parts. And this had us stumped for a little while. Like in our Discord, we were going over this for a couple of hours trying to figure out, like, okay, what did this start from? What did they borrow from to make this? Because it's almost never a completely new mold. And I think with Maverick, it was only completely new because of requirements from like Northrop Grumman and how it would actually be produced. But that's a conversation for another episode. So we never figured it out, but someone on Twitter, Citrain, I believe, finally made the identification that it's borrowing from Cyberverse Deluxe Prowl's engineering.
Wow.
And
I can see that.
Yeah, so it's most visible in the shape and the way the thighs and knees work.
Yep.
So all the parts on this appear to be 100% new and unique to this toy, but it's using the same engineering basis as Cyberverse Deluxe Prowl, including the basic shape of the leg and the knee joint and how those parts function with the lower legs. It's very clear to see once somebody actually names it, and that was the part I was trying to track down and identify, what do I recognize that from, because it was so distinctive.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, Cyberverse makes sense because I'm looking at it and I see the ball joint elbows, which makes me think like this toy's like 10 years old, because we haven't done ball joints in deluxes for a while, but maybe in Cyberverse we have, because I haven't been paying attention to that line.
Not so much. So Hasbro is still putting ball joints into deluxe size toys, but mostly for purposes of when there's not much space to work with. So like Kingdom Black Arachnia has ball joint elbows because those parts are so small, there's not really room to work in a good solid multi-part joint. Of course, like core class stuff has ball joints because of the size. There's not a lot of room and parts count to work with there. This probably is using ball joints for some degree of production cost savings, because a ball joint requires two parts, the upper arm and the lower arm, and you get the elbow joint and a swivel all in one go. You don't need to have 3, 4, 5 parts to make all that jointing work. So there's probably a little bit of cost savings element in this, but the Cyberverse Prowl toy does not use ball joints in those locations. So that's a choice that was made for this specific utilization of this engineering.
But I'd like to say in cost savings, this is retail $104.99. So that's a $50 deluxe and a what $22,
That's
$23.
licensing. That's licensing to both Ford and Paramount.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and to the dinosaurs, they charge a
There's
lot.
there's some licensing costs and maybe some the packaging is
I
nice. I'll
mean,
give
if
them
I was a
that.
dinosaur, I would charge a ton.
So.
Yeah, I think it was Ben Yee. I saw point that out. It's like,
Yeah.
they have to pay licensing fees to Ford and to Paramount for the Jurassic Park license. So that's why it's $100.
Is it Paramount? Because the Instagram post where they teased
Universal?
this, it's either Universal or the Instagram post specifically was tagging Amblin.
Oh yeah, Amblin Entertainment. I mean, they probably produced it. Universal probably publishes.
Yeah, so like if it was Paramount,
A major movie studio and Ford.
and I think if it was Paramount, probably they would have gotten the deal on the licensing for that because they have a working relationship
And that
with
makes sense.
Paramount anyway. But yeah, so Ben did a Twitter thread of sorts about this subject, and several of us who've been paying close attention to this kind of came to the same conclusion. Like, there's double licensing on this. There's also, like Brian pointed out, the big display box. I think Brian pointed that out.
No,
It's only
but
half
I
the
would
thing.
have. Let's just pretend I did.
It might have been Matt. Either way, the big, like, really nice display box and all that stuff adds up. But like the licensing, that's going to be the killer. And I would look at it more as being like a $75 liter, $75 liter, and a $30-ish deluxe, because like Ectotron's SRP was about $30, so you can kind of draw the same number there, more or less.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Don.
Do you think we're going to run into an issue with this mold? Because I've seen some people speculate what other uses could be, as we always do. Armada Red Alert, skids. But with this being a branded item, are we looking at another movie situation where we can't use them outside of that very narrow context?
I mean, they could probably use it again if they want to pay for the license another time.
Just modify.
So a lot of
tweak
the
it.
speculation about this, going down the line being Red Alert or skids or something, was based on people not identifying that this was using existing engineering. They were assuming that this was a completely new design and therefore would have to have a further later use. And while this is all new parts, so they made all new toolings for this and everything, and it's possible in the process of that they made a set of optional body shell parts that they could swap onto it, so it wouldn't be a licensed vehicle anymore. Most likely because they did recycle engineering and they built this a little bit more simple than a standard modern deluxe. They're not really looking to get another major use out of this to recoup those costs.
I agree.
That's fair. Okay, we good with this one? A couple other things to talk about.
Yeah.
The day the Transformers Jurassic Park Collaborative box set was announced was the most important day of your lives. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that important to me, but I pre-ordered it anyway.
Yeah. So this week it was announced that in Rise of the Beasts, Optimus Primal will be portrayed by Gary and Ron Perlman. Yeah. So
Gary Busey.
Yeah, Gary Busey would be amazing. I would actually be okay with that. Ron Perlman's awesome. Ron Perlman is amazing, and he did technically sort of portray Optimus Primal before. It's a technicality.
Ron Perlman is very good when he is directed well and has a good script to work off of.
Yeah,
and hopefully at least one of those things will be the case with this movie.
But Gary really wanted to be Optimus Primal in this movie. He really, really wanted to be, and I really, really wanted him to be as well, because I just can't imagine somebody else doing that voice. So, it makes me sad.
You won't have to imagine it. Soon it will be a reality.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like in the first, at first, Megatron wasn't Frank Welker either, and he almost wasn't Peter Cullen. So, maybe there's a chance that if there's ever a follow up to this, that past wrongs can be corrected.
But I think the main thing we need to take into account with this movie, The Rise of the Beasts, is can we raise enough money to make Matt go see it?
No.
And who is going to be the chairman of the fund? Rob, can you be the fund's chairman, and we can take donations so Matt can go see this movie without actually having to pay for it? So he can.
Why do we have to pay Matt?
It's not a strictly Beast Wars movie.
In all fairness, I did go to see Bumblebee on a whim, but yeah, this one's not looking good.
I'll drive to his house, put a bag over his head, or one of those cloth sacks, like when you kidnap people.
Kick your ass.
So,
and then I'll just take him to the movies and be like,
Matt's
"Here you
a
are."
Marine, but Diecast is a trained wrestler. So,
I still put my money on Matt.
I mean,
Matt's
I do
angrier
too.
and meaner.
There's drugs for that.
That's true.
Come up right behind him. And
I was also an amateur wrestler, so I could probably,
Oh, we're
you
we're
win.
already 3 felonies in, and the movie hasn't even come out yet.
Yeah. I didn't realize that Matt wrestled in school. Yeah, you're screwed, Diecast.
And
No, I mean, so the couple of times that I've roomed with Matt for convention purposes, there's a reason that when it came time to need to wake him up, I never reached over and nudged his shoulder or anything directly. I would just tap on something across the room because you don't want to startle Matt when he's not expecting it.
just remember propofol.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, if you listen, you can almost hear the sound of JT actually getting popcorn ready for this match.
Yeah. Okay. So that happened. Let's see here. I guess really the last thing to talk about, and this kind of just got forgotten, but it hit really big to begin with. Buzzworthy Bumblebee Origin Bumblebee was revealed by In-Demand Toys, and people have already forgotten about this. So if you're watching the video, I'm showing it off from Benny's website.
I love this.
Well,
how can you
trying
forget
to.
about it? I want to. I know in the packaging he looks very small, which kind of bothers me on a $20 deluxe figure. But yeah, I want this. It's beautiful.
Me too.
I've wanted this for a long time.
Curious how this didn't happen during Siege.
Yeah, this is kind of
Wasn't this the point of Siege?
Yes.
This is
Boxman Wheeljack was the point of Siege, and that didn't happen either.
Yeah, I was about to say we need a box fan wheeljack to put those fuel rods in, but yeah, this is pretty much exactly what I wanted out of Siege. Finally just tossed into a random Target exclusive line 3 years later
that no one cares about. A Target exclusive line that no one cares about. But yeah, I want this figure bad.
It looks good. I mean, mostly good. I mean, the other Buzzworthy Bumblebee looks pretty good until you have it in your hand.
So the size of him in the packaging, I hope this is Photoshop because it doesn't even look right. It looks like a Voyager class in a deluxe box.
I think you're the wrong way around, Diecast. Deluxe in the Voyager box. I think you're.
I was thinking Legends. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Legends class in a deluxe box.
Yeah, you may be closer on that than you think too.
Yeah.
So the thing with this, it's the Bumblebee robot body and basically a whole shell of flying saucer car that fits around it. So it's going to be very much in the theme of RC, how RC is generally engineered.
I hope it's better than that.
God, it actually looks like it shares Unicron engineering.
Anything that mostly comprises its alternate mode of an eggshell of external parts. But so the flying saucer car mode seems to have elements of its body shell that don't appear to go anywhere in the robot mode. So I'm kind of wondering if this has RC's half removable vehicle mode process going on too. And basically all this kind of adds up to like the robot's going to be kind of on the small side, possibly smaller than the Earthrise Cliff Jumper robot.
That's
for
what
all
I'm scared of.
Yeah. So like you'll have the equivalent plastic mass of a deluxe, but so much of it is going to be non-integral parts for the robot mode that the robot's going to just end up being small and simple-ish. And then you add on that they put in rocket backpack from Dinobot Island and those fuel rod accessories. Like that's just kind of more and more plastic they're eating away from the toy itself.
And it comes with the world's most uncomfortable Q-tips ever.
Yeah, the fuel rods.
Yeah. Those look like they would be painful.
Is there any word
Well-
on when this is going to be out or anything like that?
No, but the thing with the buzzworthy Bumblebee stuff, we saw the first leaked pictures, stock photos like this, just a very short time before the stuff started popping up in stores. So this literally could start getting spotted anytime now at all.
Yeah.
And speaking of popping up and getting cited at any time at all right now, Earthrise Red Alert was found in Canada at EB Games today.
Sweet. I need it.
Yeah, so that's going to be a Walgreens exclusive here probably in October or November. So, if you're impatient, get on with your Canadian friends and, have them send some across the border.
Yeah,
So-
Walgreens stuff is usually not super hard to find. It's just
No, it's
painful
just
to wait
waiting for it.
Yeah.
Is that on the new body?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I called it Earthrise Red Alert Kingdom Red
Kingdom.
Alert.
It-
But
it's
yeah,
all
it's,
fine.
it's
We know-
the,
we
it's
know
the
what you
new
mean.
mold.
Do I
Okay.
have any Canadian friends?
Do you have any American friends?
I
Do you
don't
have
know.
any friends? Yeah. Are we?
Well, I hear Diecast is very popular in Germany.
He is. Nice. Okay. Anything else news-wise?
No,
Nope.
I don't think so.
Okay. Let's jump to who got what. That's not the name of the segment. What we got this week?
It could be.
Who got what?
I'll go.
Okay.
So I'll start with off topic because I have one thing that'll just be quick-ish. I got Lightning Collection King Sphinx.
Oh,
And
nice.
Nice.
I bought it only because Amazon had it for $8.99
No way.
Oh, nice.
in the middle of the night one night. And I just happened to
Wow.
be awake as I am wont to do and caught that. And so now I have a $9 King Sphinx.
That's a steal.
Yeah, I think so. It's there's probably like literally just in plastic material mass of this $9 worth of material. So
I think that was a $30 figure.
yes, the
originally.
monster price point is $30. Like I don't know how well it's coming on the video. So like the figure is here this big, but on either side is the wings, which are also big thick pieces of plastic. So like there's a lot of mass to this. I'm kind
That's
of
a 7-inch figure too, I think. Right?
Yeah, it's bigger than the regular Lightning Collection figures. I think it would end up being bigger than Goldar then too, which is going to be kind of awkward.
Which
but,
people
yeah.
hated. Yeah, that's why you got it for $8.
yeah, I'm kind of half keeping an eye out for a pumpkin wrapper to go down to $9-10. Because I'm not really collecting Lightning Collection, but at the same time, if one of these comes up cheap enough and is vaguely interesting, yeah, I'll probably end up picking it up. That's how I got the Lost Galaxy Red Psycho Red 2-pack from GameStop when that went down to like $15 from its original $45, I think GameStop had it at, because GameStop marks everything up a little bit.
Hey, Chris.
What's up?
Amazon does have Power Rangers Lightning Collection, the pumpkin wrapper for 15 even right now.
Okay, so that's down a little bit from the last time I saw it, where it was like 18. So it's getting
it's a-
closer. Getting closer.
It's a limited time deal, so I don't know. I really like
Ah.
both those figures, so you might want to jump on it.
Yeah, and see, Pumpkin Wrapper 2 has a little bit of extra play value because it comes with the little pumpkins that you can put on the Ranger bodies in place of the heads.
I love that.
Because, yeah,
Oh,
that was the
nice.
thing that was the thing that happened in Pumpkin Wrapper's episode.
Yeah.
So let's see. Continuing the good deals track, I'm going on topic now. I've got Core Class Soundwave.
Ooh.
Oh.
So I got this for $13 shipped off of eBay.
Nice.
How is he?
Not too bad. The biggest issue I have with this is that where the gray plastic and blue plastic meet, the joints are very irregular in terms of their tolerances. So in some spots, it's stupidly super tight. Like I have that problem with the shoulders; they're very stiff to like lever out or swivel.
I
but
swear
then
I
the-
just heard it squeak.
No, I think that was Kilby opening his.
I am
energy
on
drink.
mute.
Well, I don't know. It might have just been my breathing. The
Hmm.
elbows, though, are very much looser, and the hips are even more so. So
Ooh.
the tolerances are kind of all over the place between the blue and gray plastic. But the good thing about Soundwave's design is that it works really well no matter how small you make it.
That is super cool.
It's one of the simplest transformations in all of Transformers.
How is the world's smallest Soundwave? Pretty good, I guess.
I don't. Yeah, probably. I don't have world's smallest Soundwave.
I used to. It was a pretty nice figure. I mean, it worked exactly like G1 Soundwave because, as you were saying, G1 Soundwave not complicated.
I had one world's smallest toy, and no surprise, I lost it because they are so damn tiny.
I've got in actual world's smallest, I have Megatron and Optimus Prime, both of which I think I actually got from Rob like 15 years ago.
They are not
Most
as easy
likely.
to come by as they should be.
No,
Everyone lost them.
well, I mean they're old and they were, like they weren't like blind packed as such, I don't think, but they were sold the same way blind pack stuff was. So it was stuff that shipped in cases and they got put in convenience store counters. Getting them online was kind of a aberration, not the way they were designed to be distributed. Okay, that's a problem. So I had opened up Soundwave's chest to get the little laser beak out,
Mm-hmm.
and I opened it, and I've now lost Laserbeak when I set Soundwave down to get the
Oh,
world's
no.
smallest Transformers out. So,
Oh no!
Ejected.
yeah, it seems so.
Does Laserbeak transform? By the way.
Oh, it does not. No. But what's
Okay.
interesting is it's not sculpted to be like realistic as a cassette. As I keep
Mhm.
looking around for where that might have gone, it has like panel lines and shapes on it to look like it actually turns into Laserbeak. So
Oh,
like if they took the CAD files from say the Morph for Cybertron Micromaster cassette deal,
Mhm.
and just use that as the basis for how this would be sculpted. Where did Laserbeak go? That's gonna drive me nuts.
For the record, while you're looking, World's Smallest Soundwave did actually come with
Okay,
a
good.
transforming Ravage that was
Yeah.
maybe half an inch long.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
No, I remember that. I think that was actually one reason I didn't want to get World's Smallest Soundwave, because I knew I would either inhale that Ravage or exhale and blow it away and never find it. Anyway, I found Laserbeak. It fell on the floor. So I
Nice.
don't think the camera's going to focus on it very well.
About the size of a fingernail.
Yeah, pretty much. I was trying to get the details on there, but it's not. It's kind of coming through, but probably not very well. My video quality's not that great anyway. It does. If you leave the chest door closed, Laserbeak stays in very securely. It's just if you open it and set it down carelessly, that's when it's gonna fall out. But yeah, it's a perfectly good little sound wave. I wish the joints were a little bit smoother, more consistent, but for what it is, it's really nice. And I got a heck of a deal on it for having to get it off of eBay, because I tried to get one from an online store and that kind of went bad in various ways. And then I couldn't find one when I went a couple weeks ago hitting targets around Nashville. I found Dracodon then, but the Soundwaves were long gone, as you would expect. So I'm happy I have this. The core class G1 characters, for as like needless as I kind of think they are overall, have been really nice little toys.
Cool. I agree.
So in the same kind of size scale here, I have the Dr. Wu Chatter set, which is Beastbox and
Ooh.
Squawk Talk.
I kind of want those.
What do you think?
They're actually really nice. They are really nice. So anyone who over the years has heard my complaints about third-party stuff, one of the main things I talk about with that is how like all the corners and edges are like really sharp and squared off. But this is rounded like an official Hasbro toy would be designed. It feels really comfortable and smooth in the hand. It is not painful to manipulate. The Beastbox analog, its Gorilla mode is by far the more limited of the two. It definitely is co-opted into the requirements of the combined mode more than the Bird is. The Bird's actually really posable and kind of expressive. The wings are set up like, you remember the Titans Return Buzzsaw and Laserbeak data tablet things, the way those bird modes worked, where the sides came out and they were kind of wings, but they were basically just, big, thick squares that hinged out. This does basically the same process on a much, much smaller scale, but there's a lot of joints in there because that's the legs for Squawk Talk. No, Squawk Box. Squawk Talk is the bird, Squawk Box is the combined phone. But you can get a lot of posability out of the bird mode. The head is hinged. The legs have hinge at where the hip would be and at the ankle. The legs and feet are joined together as one unit each, but they hinge at 2 points. So you can actually get some pretty decent poses out of it. Like, for as limited as the Gorilla is, still on average, both of these are a little bit more posable than an official Siege style micro cassette. But like size-wise and in styling, they fit in pretty well with that. And setting aside that there's more posability in this than the official versions, like this feels just like an official product. Better in some ways, actually. Yeah, like this, I would like to see Dr. Wu do more cassette style stuff just like this, just because this does feel so nice. Like there's Slugfest and Overkill they could do. I would really like to see them get some dinosaur shapes out of the cassette modes. The one problem I had, well, actually, okay, I have two fundamental problems here. One is that you have to transform Beastbox really specifically correctly to get to fit in Soundwave's chest compartment. Because if you don't get the little gorilla feet oriented just so, it cannot fit in the chest compartment because it's just a little bit too wide at that end, and it's not like really super obvious which way they have to go until it just doesn't work. The other issue I have is that it comes with these blaster accessories, which come as 2 parts. I guess theoretically you could put half of each one on one of the cassettes, but like the product copy or the stock photos show these always put together like this, either on the arm of the combined mode or on Beastbox. But like there's nowhere to put them in the cassette mode. So when you want to put Beastbox in Soundwave's chest compartment, they just kind of have to float somewhere, and these are small enough and come apart easy enough that like they're just begging to get lost, and I would just as soon not have had them at all. Like, it's a neat extra detail, I guess, but it wouldn't have been hurt in any way by not having those there, because none of the other Siege microcassettes have any accessories like that, so it wouldn't seem like it was missing anything. But no, overall, I think with shipping, this ran me about $30.
Not bad.
And like, yeah, I mean, I paid probably close to that for Rumble and Ratbat, because I had to get that off of eBay also, fortunately, because fortunately I did that early before the prices really shot up on those, because those never showed up in stores really. So like on that basis, I don't feel like this was all that expensive, but like this is so nice, even if it was, even if you were to think this was out of sorts for pricing, the quality is there on this. It's really nice. I was very surprised by that. And then just this came in yesterday. I got Kingdom Wingfinger, or Stick, whatever.
Stick looks about right.
Yeah, this is a stick, man. I don't even I don't even know. Like, just for comparison, where is, here's Ractonite and here's Wingfinger.
Oh, wow.
Like, there's kind of a difference here. There's a couple extra pieces I don't have on Wingfinger, but like, the beast mode head and the wing extensions don't really add up to what's missing compared to Ractonite. This doesn't feel, it's tall like a deluxe, but it doesn't even feel like there's the plastic mass there of a deluxe. I'm actually kind of surprised by this and dismayed a little bit. I was hoping when we saw the first stock images of this that, to compensate for being skinny like this, it would just be like big and, taller than the other fossilizers, but
Nope.
no, it's really not. It's really not. So yeah, that's certainly a thing that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it'll be good for, combining with other fossilizers to make some kind of creature
Something
abomination thing. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, tfradio.net/discord. You should join us. I know it's late in the show. But
And I mentioned it earlier too.
Dawn, yeah.
Bit.
Jacob, Owen, Lucia, I want you to check your messages on Discord. There
Well,
you
now we have to remember there's 2 Dawns in our Discord, and we don't know which one Dawn is actually using.
go. That's true.
Where are messages at?
I don't know.
And see, that might be a sign that, they've been sent to the wrong account.
I don't use Discord enough, but I do see
Dawn-
that there are 2 of you there.
Yeah, Don, say something in our Discord channel so Jacob can figure out which you to send the message to.
Oh, Jacob's like, I PM'd him 2 weeks ago. Like, I look at the sidebar on my Discord, which is where they're at, and I have messages going back like a year that I've not responded to because I don't look at them. Sorry.
Good to know.
Yep.
That's fine. I just email you when I need something anyway.
Yep. Okay, anything else, Chris?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, who else? Matt?
Yeah, I did get one thing. So I got this beautiful eHobby Sunstorm.
Oh,
wow.
Nice.
Okay. So for the record, that doesn't make me mad because I don't want the G1 Seeker mold, but I'm very pleased that you have that because I know that you will appreciate it properly.
Yes,
It's
he
beautiful.
is beautifully orange, just eye-searingly. So yeah, I found a decent price on eBay. I'm not going to say a great price, but I looked at comparatively what he had been selling for, and like it was close enough for me.
That's nice. I'm jealous. I don't have it.
Yeah, it made me happy. So,
Are you going to open it?
but that's it. Probably one day, but right now I don't have any of my reissue seekers open, so I'll just leave him there for now until I get a proper display where I can truly appreciate the seekers as they deserve.
Cool.
But yeah, light week for me. That was it.
At least, you can appreciate the searing orangeness of it, whether it's in the package or not. It's not like they put, polarized window on there.
Yeah. It's not like you can miss it.
So Blade is it's like a knock knock joke, I guess. Orange is glad it's not BotCon. Knock knock, who's there? Orange. Orange who? Knock knock, who's there? Orange. Orange is glad it's not BotCon. I don't know. That's how
Oh no,
took
I
it.
have the BotCon one too. So
Diecast, what'd you get?
Oh, well, I got an awesome Seeker.
Oh yeah. Okay. Masterpiece Starscream 2.0.
Yeah. And I haven't transformed him, but from what I can see, I really like him. So, I once I'm able to transform him, I'll maybe talk about it next week. Because I should
If you're
be able
done
to
by
do
then.
that. What's that?
If you're done by then.
Oh yeah.
Wish John was here so we could discuss it too. I don't have mine yet.
I should be able to tackle this over the weekend, but he looks really good, and I've heard good things about him.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
And I hate the
feels-
old mold at this
Feels
point.
nice, nothing fragile that I'm scared to break. So far, first impressions, he's great. So we'll see if I can keep those first impressions that way.
Should he be that gray though?
What should he be?
I've heard people ask that too.
It just looks, the gray looks a little too dark. That's almost like a G2 gray Starscream, at least to me.
I mean, depending how you interpret what the cartoon looked like, a lighter gray might be expected. But then
Yeah.
Takara with their color accuracy has not always been a reliable thing. That's how we actually got E-Hobby Sunstorm.
Yeah, true. What else you get diecast?
I also got a Voyager size Galvatron that they're trying to convince me is a leader size. Not really feeling it. Not really like, I like him. Don't get me wrong. I other than the fact that they misassembled him.
It's not a big
I
deal.
like him. I don't feel like this is a leader size figure. He's just.
I mean, if going by what we've had for the last few years, I mean, it is. Going
The
by
the mass is certainly there. It's just the height that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know if the mass is there, to be honest. It just, like, I don't know, maybe the two guns tried to get it there. It's just, I'm not feeling it. I'm not saying I don't like it. I don't think this is a $50 toy. Like, it's not.
Well, congratulations, you paid $50 for it.
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. What else?
And speaking about toys that aren't worth the money, it's sad. It's like these are gonna shelf warm if they actually ever make it on shelves.
Well, do you remember a couple weeks ago somebody tweeted a picture of a case at Walmart allegedly of just 8 wing fingers and nothing else?
Oh man,
That doesn't surprise me.
that's like that's like a monkey's paw of like, trying to make sure that we get enough of each figure out there. That's like something that I would get for Christmas, like from XP.
They're fossilizers though. Somebody will buy multiples to make a giant monstrous
A bigger stick.
Yeah, he made a bigger stick
thing out of.
I also got Predacon Scorponok.
Amazon.
Mine comes on Friday.
Yeah, Amazon, which I'm pretty happy about. I wish I had time to open him, but it's been a little crazy. End of the month. End of the month is always crazy at my work. And then I also got Rhinox, which in window packaging, he looks very good. So I was like, oh, I have to open him up and slide him out of the package. And I slid him out of the package and I saw how ugly his legs were. And I immediately slid him back in the box and was like, yeah.
He may not come out of the box.
It's such a shame because I really liked the Generations Rhinox. Like,
Yeah.
I was happy with that. And I thought that, obviously if they were going to make another Rhinox, it was going to be an improvement over the last one we had. And that's not the case, at least from looks. Like, I will use the Generations in my display over this easy.
Cool. What else?
And last but not least, I got another Quintesson Pit of Judgment.
Oh, I forgot. I got another one too.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Nice. I completely forgot about that.
And actually, I'm really happy. This box is better than the first one I got. So I'll probably leave this in box and open the first one.
That is the best set ever, and Hasbro will never ever top it.
Probably not.
Don't even try.
Yeah.
That was
You
great.
will fail.
No, I want them to try. I want them to, keep giving us good stuff.
Yeah, there's no
like
reason
that.
not to try.
Yeah. Stop giving us when
Okay, the only way they'll make that better is a 5 Faces of Darkness 5-pack
Oh.
with animation inaccurate colors.
Oh man. I love that.
We
Anything
need
else?
a Dirge Clonus.
No, that's all. That's all
Yes!
for this week.
Rob, did you get anything?
I got a couple of things. First off, when we were talking about the Cliff Jumper mold last week, I finally got Select's hubcap just because
cool.
I realized it was the only minibot I don't actually have of what's available at the moment. So, yeah, got that. Looks okay. I like that it's a different shade of yellow than Bumblebee, but haven't actually taken it out of the package yet because I know that mold and I'm not in a hurry. It's not a bad mold, but it's nothing particularly riveting at this point. Also, I got as a last-minute birthday gift from one of my YouTube viewers a copy of Super Robot Wars V for the PlayStation 4. So,
Cool.
Are you sure it's not Super Robot Wars 5?
No, but Super Robot Wars is pretty much incomprehensible at this point anyway. So. But yeah, Super Robot Wars, for those who don't know, is a turn-based strategy game that throws like dozens of different robot anime together and mashes the stories of them together for your amusement. And for this generation of Super Robot Wars games for the PS4 and Switch, you can actually get English language versions of them from Asia. So that's what I got. So on the off chance you are listening, Lucas, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Nice. Awesome.
And that's everything I got this week.
Cool. Hey, Don, do you mind going next?
Yeah, no problem. I do want to say one thing to Matt, though. One thing they could do better than, or at least to beat that Pit of Judgment set, is two Killing Jar sets. One with Magnus and Cyclonus, and the other with the Quintesson and the Guard. So
this is also acceptable.
Yeah.
So I would like to see that.
All right, Hasbro, we just planned out your next 2 years of
We know you're
SDC
listening.
sets.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So I got, as I said off, I got the King Sphinx for the same price, $10, and it's going to go on my shelf of figures that really don't mean anything that much, other than it's a cool looking figure. Got lucky today and found Core Class Soundwave at Target.
Nice.
I wasn't expecting it. I found there was like two there behind all the Optimus and Rat Traps, so I left one for somebody else.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you bought one from me.
And then I got Dragotron. Went ahead and got the repaint.
Dracodon.
Nice.
Dracodon, thank you. I just love the green. Picked up from my Big Bad Toy Store. Well, actually, before that, on the way back from the beach, I stopped by one of the smallest Walmarts in the area.
Does it smell like fart?
No. Very small store, Emporia.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's on 58 going to the beach. I did get Rhinox.
Cool.
Got some trepidation about what I'm hearing, but going to see. There's that. My big BTS box came in while I was on vacation. That sat on the porch for 3 days. Even though they were supposed to hold it. So I've got Buggy Robo, aka Buggy Man, from the Action Toys line.
Which one is that? I could only see the robot mode.
Sorry, it's the Buggy Man from like GoBots, but the Action Toy. Yeah, I'm waiting for them to do this in orange as well. I figured that'd be an easy repaint for them down the road.
Yeah.
Just like doing the blaster in green and yellow, if they can do that because of the whole Revenge of Kronos thing. And I got when BBTS put up the Siege Netflix Nemesis Prime set for basically retail after it being like $100 everywhere. So I went ahead and picked that up because it was retail, because the only one on Amazon was $115.
Wait, what was that, Don? I missed it.
I'm sorry, the Siege Nemesis blind pack. The one you got to use the trailer for G2 Optimus. I also got Tough Trailer, which another one from the Machine Robo line. Been waiting on this thing.
Huge.
It's a big figure. Few did a review about 2 years ago when he got an early production sample, It just came out about 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago. So the thing was way delayed, but it's a big figure. I want to say it's in robot mode.
You muted, Don.
It's masterpiece size.
It's big.
Yeah, it's big. It's big. Now, the second to the last thing I got.
I love this thing.
Yes, this is what I showed off when I was at the beach.
I love this.
Dr. Pepper?
No.
Oh,
yeah.
Mint in box, Sam's Club, RID, Universe, Optimus Prime.
Yellow.
I thought
love
that was a 2-pack.
No.
Well,
it's not a
2
pack.
It's not a 2-pack, but they were shipped with Ultra Magnus, which they did have the Ultra Magnus. It's just this is much more important to me because everyone knows how much I love RID Prime.
I love how that looks in the box, Don. I want a boxed one now.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on spending really anything at that store unless it was like a small figure to upgrade, maybe one of my ones that needed the better condition. But when I looked up and saw this, I had to get it. I had to get it.
You mind telling how much you paid for it?
With tax, $190.
Oh, that's a lot less than it goes for on eBay.
Yeah, that's why I went ahead and I figured, well, if I'm paying 3 Fans Toys Phoenixes for the hotel room, what's a little bit more at this point?
I love that toy, and it's one. I think it looks better in the box than it does on the shelf.
Right. So I mean, this is a grail that I really never thought I would find. I mean, I have the figure.
Got the toy.
Yeah, I got it. I mean, I got it when it came out. It and Magnus. By the way, don't ever combine these two into Omega Prime. It does not look good. Now the last thing I got.
Oh wow! If that's the second to last thing.
Yeah. The last thing I got is off topic, but I could
never
not.
Mind. I'll go ahead and go ahead.
No. I can't fit it in the apartment because it's a house.
You said it was a toy, Don.
Well,
I know about the house.
Yeah,
this
I know.
News to me.
Well, yes, but I told you I didn't tell y'all on camera. I told y'all post show. This is me announcing it.
Oh, Don bought a house.
We bought a house.
Congratulations, Don. This is huge. It's the biggest purchase you'll ever make.
Hopefully.
Well, it's also pending the inspection tomorrow, the follow up, the negotiations, things like that.
Did you cheap out on the inspection? You were asking me to cheap out on it.
No. I was asking.
He really did. He texted me. He's like, "How can I?" He didn't say cheap out, but that's what I meant.
No, No, that's not what I said. I asked about when he bought a house, did you use the inspector or the realtor recommended, or did you use somebody else? And where did you look to get one? Because I'll be honest, using the inspector or the realtor who's selling the house recommends.
I'm pretty sure that my bank stipulated who the inspector was in my case.
Right.
Sense, yeah.
Right. So, so the inspection is tomorrow. We have a list of concerns. Other than that, once we have the inspection and the preliminaries, then we're going from there. So,
Don, I'm going to spoil this. His house has a collection space, has a space just for his collection. And that space is immune to UV radiation because it's underground.
Right now with both her house and my house for my parents being storage, the rent that we're paying here, while cheap, added to what we're paying in storage just because we ain't got room for it, is about around the same price of what we're paying for a house with. And it's hard for 2 people to live in a 2-bedroom apartment and have the life that they kind of want. So
in the chat, Rick was like, "I love you, Don. Thank you for buying a house."
Well, I mean, my fiance, we sat down, we talked about this. To get the room we need to feel like giving this up as a step forward in terms of cost would be about $1,200 to $1,500 a month in rent in this area. So with this house, providing everything goes well, we're like 10 minutes away from both of our works.
How's internet?
We should be able to get Xfinity, I think.
So a lot better than where you are.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So that's what I got this week.
That is awesome.
So before Brian goes, I have 2 quick updates. I forgot one thing I got because I've said in a non-standard place for my normal staging area. I got BotBots Series 5.
Are you going to open them? They just look so good that way.
Probably eventually I will, but like right now it's kind of fun to just have the novelty of having the whole display case of these. And I did go through and check the numbers on every one to make sure that nobody had shuffled duplicates into this.
And did you reorganize them like from back to front?
Actually, they were already in order.
Okay.
Where'd you get them from again?
Dollar Tree.
Okay.
So that literally cost me $25. And if you recall, the original retail on these singles was, I think, $3.99.
Yeah, that's a great deal.
Yeah. And then while Matt was talking about Sunstorm, or maybe when Diecast was talking about his stuff, I wasn't really paying attention at that point. I did transform Wingfinger, the stick, into.
Is it made of balsa wood? That would be great. It
kind of looks like one of those, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Those old dinosaur skeleton kits. I had the Tyrannosaurus Rex and a Stegosaurus, I think, when I was young. But yeah, it looks marginally less stick-like in beast mode, but
it looks
still
better.
It still looks obviously very small compared to the other ones. Like, don't be fooled by the wingspan.
It looks like an entire branch as opposed to a single stick.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I forgot about before. So we can continue now.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave this. I got 2 options here. One, I have a beautiful birthday gift from Sean from Donvoy. I have not opened it. It is pristine. He spent $45 to ship this to me.
Holy crap!
45 U.S.
Is it that heavy,
American
or is it
dollars.
just because it's big?
He sent it. I didn't even recognize the. I shows you how much I've used Priority Mail Express. He sent it. The tracking number started like EJ, and I assumed like, God, is he sending this to me from like Mandarake or something? How the hell is this getting to me?
So he like overnighted it too.
Yeah, basically. So I can open this first, or it can be last.
Go first.
Okay. So I have no idea what's in it. And I may be embarrassed. Yeah.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, I'm a little scared.
I hope it's like a box of socks.
Yeah. So Sean sent this to me for my birthday. Thank you, Sean. You're awesome. I'm scared. Okay. Try not to damage anything. Okay. Oh, jeez. He said, I think this is the first. Oh, nice. Nice. It's a Creo kit. I don't have this one. It's the
was it Jazz and Bumblebee?
Jazz and Bumblebee, yeah.
I've never seen that one.
I mean, either.
That's pretty cool.
Where did this come from?
Where do you even find Creo kits these days?
Looks like. I have never seen this before.
I wonder if that's from the batch that had been going around like Family Dollar, Dollar General, and all that for a while.
Guess so. Crap, that's awesome. I mean, there are not many Creo kits that I don't have. I honestly didn't know that there was any Transformers Creo. The only Transformers Creo kit that I knew that I didn't have is that gigantic Devastator kit. So, holy crap. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, he says Dollar General.
Thank you, Sean. That's awesome. Okay. There's paper here. He included art of Brypentor, which if you ever get an email from me, that is his art of Brypentor is my Google profile picture. I love it so much. That's awesome. So he sent me that, and that's beautiful. He colored it. That looks nice. It's Kirk Dawn fighting a Gorn. Oh man, I need to scan those and share those. That is great. Okay. There's 2 more boxes. I'll just go ahead and take them out. Okay. Thank you for indulging me with this, but I had to do it. Okay. Okay, what is this?
You got a box in a box?
Oh crap. So it is him taking a picture. Oh my god. I don't know what this is. All new RSC exclusive Kiss Players action figure. When Brian Kilby kisses Alphatron, he transforms all of his podcasting powers. Transfers all his podcasting powers and transforms him into Alpha Bryon. So look at this. It's Alpha Tryon with a dude kissing him. A little figurine that the plastic rubber band, the clear rubber band, he's rubber banded to Alpha Tryon and kissing him. That's clever.
That's supposed to be you?
I guess. Well, he's in much better shape than I am. Let's just move beyond that. That is clever. I like that. That is amazing. And I don't have that Alphatron on either. So, but it's staying that way. That's how it's being displayed. And this, what is this? Another? Oh, okay. I think it's this. Now you too can psychoanalyze your toy dictators with your own Web World accessory kit, including everything you need, such as psychoanalysis couch, ropes for unruly patients, and a comfortable chair for long sessions, and your very own monkey doctor. You also receive one set of scrubs if exploratory surgery is needed. And I love again how he's got this here in front of me. What is that? The shirt I'm wearing now? Is that today? No. Oh wow, this is okay. Here are the ropes. Here's the chair. Oh, holy crap. Here's the chair. I love this. Here are the scrubs. And I'll show you what's going to be wearing the scrubs in a second. Here's the couch for the psychoanalysis. This is amazing. Here is the monkey doctor. It's Cornelius from Planet of the Apes. Oh man, this is one of the Mego. I didn't know this existed. I've never seen this one.
Yeah, they just started coming out with they basically have flooded. They've got the classic monsters, Planet of the Apes, several Ultramen, Q, Picard.
Locutus.
I saw the Q. I didn't see the Picard. That's awesome. Wow, this is very thoughtful. I am not that clever or thoughtful, so.
I'm seeing a Web World diorama somewhere.
Yes, we need to see a Web World diorama.
Yeah, that will get displayed. I realized I should have focused my video during that, but I didn't. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you, Sean. Again, I'm just stunned that there's a Creo kit that I didn't even recognize. Okay, so it's for your new Galvatron, yes. So I have my Galvatron and Cyclonus. I'll have a little Web World. Oh God, that's awesome. Oh, that's wonderful. Crap, I kind of want to skip everything else now, but okay, I'll just rush through the rest of this stuff. That was wonderful. I kind of do want to talk about the stupidest thing I've ever bought.
Oh yeah, you have to talk about the stupidest thing you ever bought.
Stupidest thing.
We have to judge you.
God, this is awesome. Kim is going to think that's clever. So, real quick, I found the box that had my Netflix Earthrise Optimus in it. So he now goes with the trailer. It matches. Something that I talked about a while ago. I've been wanting it to go with my G2 collection. It is a mint sold box Megatron.
Ah, very nice.
So I think the last time I bought a mint and sold box G2 Megatron, I think I paid like $25 for it from Bantha Trad at AOL.com on his store. This was a little bit more, but it is sealed. And this one's not getting open. And the back, it looks, I guess that's a proto or a test shot. The face is different. He screams Megatron attacked. It's wonderful. Yeah, I want to play with those now, but I need to actually find a spot to put them. Okay. Okay, dumbest purchase I've ever made.
We'll be the judge of that.
Mint box, G1 6-shot. Don, do you know what the stupid part of this is?
What?
The label is from Brindle's.
Brindle's.
And Brindle's is a teeny tiny retailer that was, the home office was like 20 minutes from my house. So this is to me, a very personal thing that it's a very small retailer. This could have been purchased in my hometown. I mean, I literally bought this. I got a good price on it, and there was an eBay coupon. I Gononomicsed it. but I literally bought it for the label.
Well, I mean, because see, I told you on Twitter, Brian, when you posted that, I've got my original G1 6-shot that I still have at Brindle's in Greensboro.
Yeah.
Yes, and because if Brindle's was a contemporary of Best Products, Man Consumer Showrooms, Service Merchandise, it was a catalog showroom chain, was real popular in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah. Brindle's, I think there are like 80 stores. There weren't that many. I mean, I guess that's quite a few, but it was, again, headquartered like by my house, basically. So
The funny part is that I've actually had conversations with you where you're like, yeah, I can't believe how many 6-shots I've bought over the years.
that's another one. I have a bunch of 6-shots.
I just bought another 6-shot.
And I opened it up. I'm like, yeah, I'm putting one of my other 6-shots in this box. It looks better. So yeah, I have nicer, looser 6-shots than that one. It wasn't bad, but yeah, I do have a bunch of 6-shots. Okay. 2 more things to go through. Chris is going to hate me for this one. I apologize.
Well, I mean, we've already established that.
Yeah. So Unite Warriors Megatronia.
Nice.
This was Brian bought this during the show from like
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
That is such a good set.
It's beautiful. I didn't
Those
really know.
I wouldn't know now, would I?
I didn't know how nice it was going to look.
Colors look
They
amazing.
pop so nicely. Okay, but yeah, they just look so nice. And it was opened, but you can't really tell by looking at it. And the price was faboo. Yeah, the price was just wonderful. So now the only Unite Warriors stuff I need to pick up are the ones that I already have in Combiner Wars. Like
The only one I
Superior.
never got was the Optimus Prime one.
Yeah. So yeah, those are now just stuff I need to get so I can say I have them all. But yeah.
Well, Matt, I think you can get Convoy Grand Prime for 100-ish on Mandarake. Like it's one of the cheaper and easier to get ones because
Not on eBay, it's not. I'll tell you that for sure.
Yep.
no, maybe not on eBay. No, nothing on eBay. But like, yeah, if you get directly out of Japan, it's easier.
Yeah, like I should have done that with Link's Master.
Which is also on Mandarake.
I eventually got Link's Master and forgot about it. And I was when I moved, I found the box. I'm like, holy crap! I didn't realize I had this. So that was a nice find. And the box is right back behind me. I need to.
Yeah, I think Link's Master was one of the ones that got like Big Bad Toy Store came into a second stock of them at some point.
Yeah, I skipped it like an idiot, and the price went back up. Okay, one last thing. This was also a great price. It was $0. I was at a friend's house this weekend. He said, "Oh, yeah, hey Brian, I brought this from back home, and it." I'll first show you what came in the thing. It's all 4 of the original Kenner's Ghostbusters were in there, complete, minus the ghost for Winston, but otherwise complete. And they were living in the fire station, the firehouse. Now you'll notice it's missing a door and the sign, both of which should be here Friday.
Nice.
So, not counting the little tub of slime that came with a couple of ghosts in it, it's otherwise complete. And even though it's missing it's missing a couple things, it is pristine. Mike took care of this. I wish he would find his Transformers and do the same thing. I love you, Mike. Like Mike handed this to me. I'm like, what do you want for it? He's like, it's yours. I'm like, do you want like? And then I made like an inappropriate offer that my wife didn't care for, and I'm like, I'll arrange it. And he was like, no, it's yours. And I was shocked. I was stunned. I never expected to own this. That was on the list of things that Brian never expected to own. So that's going to look beautiful, and especially when my Ecto 1, the reissue, comes out here in a couple months. If my pre-order ever ships, that'll be something. So, night, Frank. So also one more thing, news I forgot. Cheetor and Rat Trap showed up on Walmart.com to ship. and my pre-order did not ship. So I just went ahead and canceled my pre-order and just shipped them out. So I'll have them for next week. Brian has
somebody reached out to me on Twitter via DM last night to let me know about that. I saw that this morning.
That's awesome. Carl says Brian has an OnlyFans with one participant. I do. I should start that. Like, here's me kissing my G.I. Joe fire station. I said too much. Okay. Hey, I want to thank our patrons at the Touch tier, tfradio.net/credits. You can go and see the folks there. And if you're a patron at the Touch tier, you can actually be on our History on the Fives podcast, which we post each week as a Patreon exclusive show. It's a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun last night. But I want to thank, like I do every week, the Touched patrons, Kevin Dorsey, Ryan Bona, Cheesy Patty, Emmett Sresovich, Rabbits, Hector Bones, who got a shout out last night on History on the Fives as having the best name ever. Jonathan James, Nathan Sampy, Ness, I believe, also got a shout out. Joey Russell, Jason Hiley, Mike Mallory, Jason W. Rye, Sean Hamilton, Jacob Owen Lucia, Sean Bratton, who skated 45 miles on Sunday, rollerbladed. I don't know how he does it. Spider Bob, Mighty Orbots, Black and White Now in Color, and Nate Wilson. Thank you all so much. If you want to be on History on the Fives and you're not, just hit me up. And you can be on, we can make it as unwieldy as possible.
I mean, it sounds like you're kind of on the borderline already.
Yeah, I'm willing to do it. So just hit me up, let me know. And if you want to be a patron, you can go to patreon.com/tfradio. We have exclusive podcasts and stuff. It's great. Okay. Let's see here. You can find us. You know where to find us. It's late. Everything's at TF Radio. And if you're watching on YouTube, we do stream to YouTube, but we do ask that you join us on our Discord, tfradio.net/Discord, because I infrequently check the YouTube chat. So I
never check the YouTube chat.
But yeah, you're probably not getting a response unless you're on Discord. So
sorry.
Yeah, tfradio.net/Discord. You don't even have to install it. It's right in the browser.
Because the Discord client itself is just Chrome instance, basically.
Yep. So, tfradio.net. You can find all the links to all their socials and stuff. And if you haven't already, leave a review while you listen, because you've listened for an hour and a half already. Just take 30 seconds to leave us a nice review. We'll love you forever. Okay, John Luna's not here. He is at that John D everywhere. Rob Springer, he's not here either. He is at Robo Rob Springer on Twitter and at zonebase.org. I'm on Twitter at bkilby, and briankilby.com is where the rest of my crap is. Don, how do people get a hold of you besides your new house?
I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4 EVR.
Cool. Diecast.
You can follow me on Twitter at Diecast2, like my Facebook page at Reviews by Diecast, and see my reviews at tfradio.net/reviews.
Cool. Let's see here. Chris.
I'm personally on Twitter at ChrisRTXV. I have an Amazon wish list at tfradio.net/ChrisList if you want to send me things randomly just to be nice. And of course, anything that you buy and send me from there will send some affiliate revenue back to help support the show. For my toy photography work, you can find that on Twitter at playwithphotos or collected at playwithphotography.com. And if you want to support the work I do and help keep me doing it, patreon.com/playwithphotos for as little as $2 per month.
Cool. Rob.
I am on Twitter at Figure Viewers and Rob Flails. Rob Flails is the Twitter for Flailthroughs, my YouTube channel. I'm covering Gundam Battle Operation 2 for the PS4 and 5. There's going to be at least one more game coming soon. As soon as it's cool enough to record for half an hour at a time, at least with out fan going. But if you like what I'm doing over there, you can go to patreon.com/flailthroughs and request specific rounds in GBO2. Just winding up a guest block because I had a lot of friends send me videos over the last year or so, and I wanted to slack off around my birthday, so I did. So, and also it looks like the anniversary event for the game that's going to add Shar's counterattack stuff is going to start probably this week, if not the week after. So, check it out. And also I have a wish list set up at tfradio.net/playlist that just as Chris's does, send some affiliate pennies back to the show.
Cool. Hey, and again, tfradio.net/discord. It's open all week, not just when the show's on. Cybertron Toys asked, can I post my Amazon wish list in here too? And I was like, yes, I literally don't care. As long as you're not posting link to Don's OnlyFans, we're good. Yeah, I don't want that getting out.
If you put something inappropriate in the Discord, I will let you know and ask you to remove it.
Yeah, but if
But,
you post
that almost never happens.
yeah,
so.
it's a pretty harmonious place.
Yeah, no, everybody who's around is
Now.
very chill and gets along quite well. So I'm very pleased with our Discord crowd.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
tfradio.net/discord. Come join us and just have a cool time.
Cool. Okay, awesome. Am I forgetting anything? Is that it? That's it. We'll be back next week.
Hey Matt, did you see that TDW kit for Seacons?
TDW?
No. Transform
Ye-
Green Wave.
Oh.
Yeah, I put it in the chat
Oh, let's see.
because I thought Matt would like it.
Okay.
Whatever loads.
Yeah.
So somebody on Twitter posted this, and I'll link it. It says, me in 1998, these graphics can't get any more realistic. The graphics, and it's a picture of like a Godzilla game. Honestly, I was playing some Xbox 360 games a couple days ago, and I was like, man, graphics never really needed to get any better than this. Like,
They
didn't. I'm playing Tekken Tag Tournament 2 on Xbox 360, and yeah, stuff on my Xbox One, whatever, or Xbox Series X look better, higher resolution, all that, better textures, but the Xbox 360 still looks pretty good.
The 360 is fine.
Yeah.
Like at this point, it's just struggling for inches.
Like I don't have a graphics card on my PC that does ray tracing. So I'd like to, I think ray tracing is probably the next big deal that graphics will do. I'd like to see that better taken advantage of, but otherwise it's just been a matter of better textures for the last while because there's not really, much else to investigate in gaming.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Brian,
Anyway, Diecast, this Taobao link is not loading. It keeps timing out.
What, Matt?
Oh, right.
Really?
while I'm thinking about it, Brian, are you collecting the 3 3/4-inch retro G.I. Joe stuff?
Yeah, for the most part, I haven't stopped yet.
Do you have need of Cobra Vipers
oh,
or
nice.
Cobra Troopers?
I figure I'll find them. I'm trying not to get too much stuff mailed to me that I think I'm going to find, but it may come in to bite me in the butt.
Like Flocked Panther.
Like Flocked Panther.
Give you 2 chances on that.
Yeah. So how many did you find?
Just those 2.
Oh.
I'm not collecting them. I picked them up in case you or John needed them. So
I mean, if John doesn't, sure. I mean, I really appreciate the offer. I would definitely take you up on it. But like, if John wants them, I'd get John dibs first.
well, he has yet to respond to me. So
Okay, yeah. Send me.
I tweeted at him several days ago.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. If he's not interested, yeah, let me know what shipping is. I can send you my address. And yeah, let me know. And
Yeah. I don't have your new address, so
I'll do that now. Can never have too many Vipers or Troopers.
yeah, they're troopers.
Either way.
Yeah. Troop builders are a wonderful thing. And I'm trying to.
Or a terrible thing, depending.
Yeah.
Of course, it's entirely possible that John just doesn't check his Twitter, which makes him smarter than all of us.
I mean, that's certainly a possibility. I usually email him when I importantly need to contact him.
Yep, the government used CGI to fake the moon landing, CGI in 1996. So I love that. I actually stole that from somebody else. That graphic there that Cantus Prime showed, that is like the biggest Twitter post that I ever made, was that meme that I stole from somebody else. I got so many retweets on that. It was ridiculous. You only need 3 troopers, is what the song says.
There were 3 there, but I left 1 for somebody else to find and have a decent day.
Ooh, an Eternia box set or play set on eBay. Like, I have no desire to own that, but I'm curious how much it's going for. $2,700. That's about what I thought. It's ugly. I mean, it's ugly, but not like in a good way.
No, not in a good way.
Yeah.
It's ugly in a, wow, this sure was the end of life for this line kind of way.
Yeah. I didn't mention it, but I was watching. I'd bet on and so very lost. eHobby GoBot set. Went for,
That's probably the same one I saw when I was searching for Sunstorm.
yeah, $900.
Okay, so Brian, and how much did you bid on it?
Way less than half of that.
I say it was already. I think it was already like $500 when I saw it, and I was like, "Yeah, no."
It was only $500 today. It may not have been the same one then, but that's the first one I remember seeing. It was $325 like as of this morning, and then it ended at over $900.
Mm.
Yeah, I sold mine for like $50.
Yeah, that's a set. I'll never own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I only want it because I stupidly sold it. That's like the big reason. It's so dumb.
You made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, a ton of them.
Like listening to JD.
Yeah. That's true. Okay, hey, people watching live, I think we're going to wrap up. I've got to get ready for bed. Got to be up early in the morning. So I'm going to start saying goodbye to everybody and see how long it takes for my computer to crash.
Good night,
Okay.
everybody.
So